Hey everyone, hello and welcome. If you are new, then obviously a big warm welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, then big thanks if you've subscribed to my channel and shown your appreciation in that way. I really appreciate you, so thank you so much for that. So if you want to get straight to the reading, it's a timeless reading, so it's good for whenever you're finding it. Just get straight to the description box and there's timestamps there. But anyway, we've got pile number one. For our reading today, where we're looking at, what are their current feelings, what are they feeling right now. Pile number one, which is the butterfly card here, and a little silver pattern pendant. Pile number two, which is the turtle card, and a little blue and silver pendant here, with a little diamante there. And then pile number three with our back card. I don't know if you can see that there, and our rose quartz pendant. So those are our piles for today. Just as usual, use your intuition, go for the pile that's calling to you, that's got the messages for you. There might be more than one pile actually, in which case that's absolutely fine. You can listen to all of them piles if you want to. Also, just a reminder, like I always say, it's a general reading. Just go with the messages that resonate with you. You never have to take a message that you don't feel is right for you or that doesn't resonate to you in your situation. But other than that, I will see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number one, welcome back to your reading. So you chose the beautiful butterfly card for this reading on what are their current feelings for you right now. Okay, so we'll put that there, so that might have a bearing on our reading. And you also chose this little silver pendant. Okay, so just in terms of the butterfly, before we begin, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you're probably aware, butterflies are all about change and transformation, aren't they? So maybe this person, the person that you're thinking of, is considering some sort of change or transformation, or is feeling that there needs to be some kind of change or transformation in this situation. Or maybe if you are going through change and transformation with this person, it's also kind of giving you the message to just be gentle with yourself at the moment, because transition and change can often be quite difficult, can't it? We can often go through quite difficult times when we're moving through change and transition. It can sometimes be quite challenging. So I think this card is also saying for you to just to try to be gentle with yourself, if that's relevant to you. So if it's quite you're going through a bit of a choppy stage, or a bit of an up and down stage, or like I say, a changing stage, then to just kind of look after yourself really here, with this, and to just kind of do things to be gentle with yourself. So that might be what this card is saying as well. But anyway, let's just leave it there. Let's have a look and see. So let's start off with an oracle card, I think. So let's have a look. So what is pile number one's person's current feelings? What's pile number one's person's current feelings? Please can we have a card? What is pile number one's person's current feelings? Right, so we have the blue moon, and it's believe in the impossible. So maybe for some of you, I don't know, you're going through some sort of situation, where you need to believe in something which doesn't seem possible right now, and that might go with the transformation card. So maybe there's something about this situation that needs to change and transform, maybe into something better, because a caterpillar changes into a beautiful butterfly. And maybe at the moment you're thinking, or they're thinking, that just can't be, this is just not going to happen. But this card is saying, believe in the impossible, believe in something that maybe you thought was out of reach, that can come into being. Yeah, and this beautiful blue ray just makes me feel very calm and peaceful as I look at it, and I feel like I want to just exhale and relax. So maybe there's something about the situation where things need to be calmer, more peaceful and more relaxed. But anyway, just let's see what else we have got. What else have we got here? Let's have a look. So, and if you feel at any point that you want to subscribe to the channel, then that would be fantastic, because, you know, it just mean that I would have more time to do these readings. If everybody who watched this video subscribed, I mean, that would be absolutely amazing for me. So if you really like this reading, then please do hit the subscribe button. But anyway, what are pile number ones? Current feelings. What are pile number one's person's current feelings about this situation? What are pile number one's person's current feelings about this situation? Leadership. So again, it goes quite well with the blue here. So there's quite a lot of blue rays here. So maybe there's a coolness in this situation. Maybe things have calmed down. Maybe there's a bit of a coolness to it, because both these are kind of winter scenes actually. So maybe this, for some of you, this might be that you're in separation with this person, or it feels like somebody's out in the cold, or it feels a bit cold and detached in some way. But by the same time, that might be why we had the calming. So maybe there's a sort of, you know, you're in separation from this person. It's all a bit quiet and calm, and there's not a lot happening, and it feels maybe a little bit cold in some way. Or detached, there's a set, because blue also is a colour of sort of like detachment and thinking, as well as ideas. So maybe there's some, you're in separation and there's a need, you know, you're thinking things through, or there's a pause and you're thinking things through, and there's a need maybe for change and transformation. So there's something around that. Blue also makes me think of intuition. So maybe, and also guidance, like leadership. Is this bear is following the North Star. So again, stars make me think of hope, goes with the butterfly and the transformation, believing the impossible. So maybe there is a feeling that, you know, you know, this person is feeling like there needs to be some hope in this situation, or they want some hope in this situation, or they're hoping for a good thing and a good outcome in this situation. So it leads to me to believe that some of you may actually be in separation from this person. But anyway, let's take our cards and find out. So please can we have some cards on, you know, how number one's person is feeling right now. How is number one's person feeling right now? And please may we have some cards on how number one's person is feeling right now. I feel this one. How is number one's person's, what are their current feelings? Okay, so let's have a look at these and see what we've got. Oh, so we have the 9 of Wands. Oh gosh, the 2 of Swords, yeah. The Hanged Man, okay. And the Ace of Swords, yeah. So there's this, I definitely feel with this particular card, what's at the bottom of the deck, oh, and we've got the 9 of Cups. So I definitely feel with this particular pile that, you know, for most of you, you are in separation from this person. There is a pause here, definitely. Some people might be feeling out in the cold. It might feel like it's a little bit of a hopeless situation. So maybe, you know, they're feeling like they need to bring more hope into the situation. And they definitely, you know, with the 9 of Cups being the kind of overall energy of these particular cards, they definitely see you as a wish fulfillment. So the 9 of Cups is a wish, an emotional wish fulfillment. So if you are in separation, I feel with this particular person, they are wishing and hoping for the impossible. What they think, maybe they're thinking, is the impossible right now. They're hoping to come back into the situation with they're hoping as well, I feel, that you will take them back, that you still have feelings for them. With this, yeah, it's definitely this kind of feeling of wishing for the situation to come back, because also maybe with the leadership card, something about them needing to step up, something about them needing to step up and be better in the situation. Maybe you're feeling that they need to, if they come back, if the situation, you know, is going to change and transform, that might be why we have the change and transformation, is that they need to kind of do better, or somebody needs to do better in the situation, because we have this leadership card here, you know, and leaders, you know, are people that, you know, that lead, that have a whole range of skills and abilities, that are able to lead others in a trustworthy, honest, authentic way. So maybe there's something about that. So also, you know, with this 9 of Wands here, you know, there's a sort of a kind of a bit of a defensive energy here. So maybe they're feeling like they are needing to defend themselves. So maybe something's happened and they feel like they need to defend themselves or stand up for themselves. It's a card of feeling challenged in some way. 2 of Swords here. So this is someone that feels like, if they are in separation, I feel like your person is feeling like they're in this kind of dilemma situation, because the 2 of Swords is about somebody who is sort of stuck at a crossroads. They don't really know which road to take. They've got a blindfold on. Then so this card also tells me that they're sort of sticking their head in the sand a little bit. So there's a lot of what I would say is that there is a lot of stuck energy with them. They're kind of stuck at the moment. They're feeling a little bit defensive, they're feeling a bit guarded, they're not sure which way to go. The Hanged Man, they know they need to change their perspective, and that would go with the butterfly card here. So they know that they need to change and transform, they need to become enlightened, and it may be that in separation that is what they are doing, and that with the Ace of Swords that they need to bring in some truth. So maybe there's been some you know, something in this situation where now some truth is required, some authenticity, because the Ace of Swords is about bringing in truth. It's about bringing in authenticity. It's also about having an idea. So maybe they're thinking about new beginnings, really. So because Aces is all about brand new beginnings with strength. So the Ace of Swords is having a brand new beginning with strength. So maybe they're feeling that they're currently stuck, that they're out in the cold, that this situation is causing them to feel challenged. They're causing them to have dilemmas, causing them to rethink and reassess with a view to becoming enlightened. Their wish fulfillment is to come back to the situation, is to have you and hope, you know, that this situation will come back. The Ace of Swords is about bringing it back with strength, with truth, with authenticity in some way, because, you know, this card is also about strength and adversity. So maybe this relationship has been very difficult for you and your person, and it's about transforming it and changing it and making it better, bringing it, you know, bringing strength back into the situation in some way, because it might feel at the moment for you and for them that it's kind of like a little bit hopeless, and it is kind of more or less just a wish. It's what they'll, you know, it's like a wish. It's, you know, can it really come true with this North Star? You know, can I really? It's like always like it's like a wish. You know, will it actually come true? It's because we've got impossible, we've got wishing on a star, we've got, you know, this wish fulfillment. So there's a lot of wishing and dreaming going on with this person about wanting this to come into being, but I feel that there's also this kind of stuck energy and not really maybe doing much about that. So, you know, you might not be hearing much from them if you are in separation. You might be kind of like thinking, well, you know, can this really happen? So anyway, let's have a look and see what else we've got. So what else? What is pile number 2? Not number 2. What is pile number 1's person currently feeling? What's pile number 1's person currently feeling right now? What is pile number 1's person currently feeling right now? Oh, the Star. What is pile number 1's person currently feeling right now? The King of Wands. What is pile number 1's person currently feeling right now? The Chariot. Okay. What is pile number 1's person currently feeling right now? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so these set of cards are very different, actually. And at the bottom, we have Judgment. Right. So I feel that what they're feeling is that they actually, even though they've got all this kind of stuck energy, that they're reassessing, reevaluating, all these cards talk about wanting, especially with the Knight of Pentacles and with the Judgment, you know, they want, with this butterfly card, they want to change and transform. The Judgment card is about a rising up, a levelling up, a wake-up call. So maybe this situation, this person is feeling like there's been a bit of a wake-up call for them to step up, to be improved, to be better. And they want that, you know, they want that now. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is slow movement towards a goal, towards getting what you want. And I feel it's also with Pentacles, it's about offering something tangible, something real, something concrete. And it comes right next to, interesting, because the Knight of Pentacles is slow movement and the Chariot is quick movement. So my feeling is that they might be yo-yoing a bit here around wanting to kind of sort of rush in, but also needing maybe to feel that they need to do it slowly. So also the Chariot might mean that they are in long distance from you, because that talks about movement and sort of distance in some way, or moving in some way, literally moving, as well as the Knight of Pentacles. So this person might actually be not very close to you geographically. With the King of Wands, I feel like there is a lot of passion and attraction in this situation for them. They do feel very attracted to you, very passionate towards you, very physically connected to you. And also with the Star here, there's, you know, again, there's a lot of hope. I feel like they do have a lot of hope, and I feel this kind of stuck energy is probably going to be a bit of a temporary thing. Or this, for them, they're feeling this, if you are in separation, they're feeling this separation is a temporary thing, because I do feel that they do want to come towards you. You might be somebody that they are looking at with the Star here, so they might be checking you out. If you're on social media, maybe looking at you, they might feel that you're quite popular in some way as well. But of course the Star is also about healing and hope. So I think what they're hoping is that this situation will heal, and there's a lot of Star references and feelings of hope and change in this kind of reading. So my feeling is that they are wanting change and transformation, that they're hopeful that this situation, if you are in separation, that this situation can rise up, can be better, and that they can be better in the situation, and that they feel this kind of very strong attraction and passion toward you. But it isn't just that, because with the Knight of Pentacles, you know, because if you just had the King of Wands on their own, then the King of Wands is a great guy, you know, he's incredibly charismatic and you know, passionate and vibrant, and you know, a great guy. But with the Knight of Pentacles here, it just means it gives it a little bit more substance, really. You know, it's not all just about sort of passion and attraction. You know, with the Knight of Pentacles, it tells me that this person does want to build something up again slowly. They're very hopeful. I would say, you know, with the Nine of Cups, with the Judgment, as the overall energy, they're very hopeful that they can get this relationship back on track, that they can transform, that the relationship can transform and change into something much better and more stable, and that it would be healing for them. I think they're feeling that it would be a kind of healing process for them, and maybe they are going through some healing at the moment. With the Hanged Man here, yeah, where they're reassessing, looking back over what's gone on. They know that, you know, they need to come out of this stuck energy. They know that they need to reassess things and find some truth, find the truth of the situation. And I think that truth of the situation is that they want this relationship to transform, to change, to be something better. But anyway, let's have a look to see what we've got, some messages that we've got here. So please can we have some messages from pile number one's person to pile number one? Please can we have some messages to pile number one's person? Oh, says here, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So yeah, so basically that would go with this whole thing about you being in separation, maybe needing to come back together, give it another go, give it another chance. And that would go with the whole hope, wishing on a star, change and transformation, wish fulfillment. So I definitely feel that this person wants to give this relationship another go. We seem to have that one, which is wanting to come out. And it says, that's interesting, it says trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So maybe something has happened, you know, why this relationship has come apart or is in separation. And maybe there's a need for there to be some trust. But obviously with all of these situations, if things have happened that you haven't been happy with, pile number one, then you can make a decision about whether you want to go ahead and come back to this situation, because I do feel like this is a separation situation. But you know, maybe there's something about you yourself needing to take things slowly, but they want to rush back in. But maybe you need to take things slowly and let them show you, you know, let them show you in concrete terms, you know, how they want to build this relationship up in a different way, in a transformative way, in a better way. You know, so it's not just about having blind trust and faith, but it's about them proving to you slowly that things are going to be different, that this is going to be a changed situation, that this, you know, because with the believing in the impossible, maybe things have happened that, you know, have been very difficult, and it feels like it's an impossible thing for this situation to come back together. But what it is saying here is that, you know, for you to have trust, but to do it at your own pace and in your own way, and for them, you know, to actually really in concrete terms show you how things are going to be, you know, different in some way for you. But anyway, let's have one more card to see. Is it one more card for card number one from their person? One more message, and what does this say? So this says, finding out the truth. Oh, crushed me. So maybe it's something with yourself. So maybe something happened with you, or maybe there was some kind of truth with the Ace of Swords that was revealed that hurt them in some way, or that hurt you in some way. So maybe this, as I was saying before, this has been a very difficult situation, or a very difficult relationship, and it requires a huge amount of trust and faith and a belief in the impossible to get it back on track. But I think from your person's point of view, they definitely would like it to get back on track, and they are very, you know, it's a wish fulfillment for them, certainly. But anyway, pile number one, that's been your reading. If you've liked it, then please do subscribe to the channel. If everyone subscribed to the channel who liked the video, who watched the reading, then that would be amazing for me, because then it would mean that I could devote more time to the channel. But anyway, and also produce more readings like this one. But other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. PayPal number two, welcome to your reading. So you chose, sorry, just bringing that back so you can see it. You chose the turtle card here to bring you into the reading on, you know, what their current feelings are, and you also chose the little blue and silver pendant. I'm just going to put that there. So yeah, so with the turtle, so I mean the first thing that I think of is the turtle is turtles are adept on land and water, so they are very adaptable. So maybe in this situation, it's also quite an ancient, it also just reminds me of a very sort of ancient animal really, the turtle. So maybe there's quite a long-standing connection, like a soul connection. I know it's not an obvious soul card that we have in the tarot, you know, it's not a tarot card where we can see there's certain cards that tell us it's kind of like a soul connection, but I just feel because the turtle is it's got a kind of an ancient energy to it, it makes me feel that this connection, even if you haven't been with them a long time, it feels like there's kind of like an old soul connection to it. It was also like this kind of green and red. So with the green, it just immediately makes me feel like it's a heart connection. There's a lot of heart in this connection, because green and pink is the colour of the heart chakra, and it's predominantly green with these kind of touches of red. So it makes me feel like there's quite a lot of passion as well, or there has been quite a lot of passion. Or maybe I need to ground the connection in some way, because red relates to the root chakra, which is all about grounding, getting the basics sorted out in some way. So maybe there's something like that going on in it. But it's quite slow moving, the turtle, isn't it? So maybe things have been going a bit slow, or maybe there's a need for things to go a little bit slower in this connection, or something like that. It's also quite has quite a trusting feel to it, the turtle, so maybe there's a need for more trust. But anyway, let's just see what the other cards say. Those are just some of my initial thoughts. But anyway, so let's have an oracle card on what is pile number 2's current feelings. What is pile number 2's current feelings about the connection? What is pile number 2's current feelings? I feel like with these two, but I don't want these, I just want one. What is pile number 2's current feelings about the connection? Freedom. Okay. So maybe they're feeling that they want their freedom, or that somebody wants their freedom, or they are feeling like they need a little bit of freedom, because I mean, the turtle is slow moving, but it's also adventurous. It has an adventurous spirit to it. So maybe because, you know, it goes on land and water, and it goes on adventures to different places. So maybe this person is feeling that they want some freedom, or that they want some adventure in some way, or there needs to be an opening up of the relationship in some way, or an expansion of the relationship in some way from their point of view. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what else. Let's see. And if you feel like you want to subscribe, particularly if you like the reading, then that would be great. If everyone who watched the video and liked the video or the reading subscribe, that would be amazing, because then I would have a lot more time to be able to do a lot more readings like this one. But anyway, let's get cracking. So, what is pile number 2's person's current feelings? What is pile number 2's person's current feelings in the situation? The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. So the energy is gaining momentum. Now, waxing moons tend to talk about courage, moving forward, and having faith in some way. So maybe that's something to do with it, you know, a lot of movement. There seems to be a lot of movement. Moving, the turtle's moving, the bird is flying, gaining momentum. It tends to suggest movement. So maybe things are moving in this situation. So maybe things are moving, things are gaining momentum. Maybe someone is moving here towards the situation or away from the situation. But anyway, let's look at the cards and see. So, please can we have some cards on how number 2's person is feeling about number 2? How is number 2's person feeling about number 2? Okay, so the Page of Swords. How is number 2's person feeling about number 2? King of Cups. Okay. How is number 2's person feeling about number 2? Queen of Swords. A lot of people in this. A lot of people in this reading. A lot of cool cards. How is number 2's person feeling about number 2? And the Eight of Swords. Okay, and underneath the deck we have the World. Okay, so I do feel that this might be, for some of you, with all this kind of movement and momentum and the World card, that this, and also the sea in the background of this King of Cups, this might be kind of like a long distance thing, or you might not be very close to this person geographically. It actually might just be just for a few of you. But my sense is that with the World card, it's like a new cycle, a sort of new beginning, a sense of completeness in some way. So I just feel that this person Well, there's definitely with the Page of Swords, they're definitely checking you out in some ways. With the Page of Swords, it's like gathering information. It's a very curious card. So I feel like there's a lot of curiosity. I'm feeling in this with this card that this may be a situation where you're not actually, you're not actually in a relationship with this person. So this might be like a crush situation or a very new relationship. It doesn't feel like a well-established relationship, because we've got the energy is gaining momentum. There's this kind of freedom card, which would suggest that maybe the two of you are still not quite together. This turtle, this kind of moving energy, moving towards something. So my sense is that it's a pile, around people that are not actually in an established relationship. Maybe it's like a crush situation or somebody that you like or something like that. But anyway, they definitely like you, because we've got the Page of Swords, and they're definitely checking you out. And I feel like they're beginning to think about bringing something into being, because we have the King of Cups here. Now, the King of Cups is a very is somebody who has a lot of deep feelings, somebody who's very caring, somebody who's very artistic, somebody who's just very emotionally intelligent, just a really great, trustworthy, loving, beautiful energy, very mature, emotionally very mature guy. And then we have the Queen of Swords here, so that might be Now, the Queen of Swords is somebody who's completely different in a sense. Like, she's very, obviously she's a queen, so she is very, very much in her head. The King of Cups is very much in his heart, and the Queen of Swords is very much in her head. She's very sort of analytical, very, very intelligent, very quick-witted, but her heart is, her heart is protected because she has been hurt in the past. So maybe this might be a situation, where if you have, for some of you, if you have been in a relationship with this person, where you might have been a little bit hurt by them. So maybe this has been a situation where there's been a little bit of a hurt. Maybe somebody went off and they wanted their freedom, or they went off and they left the situation, and that has now left you hurt. But you're just kind of wondering what their current feelings are. Maybe they want to come back with the King of Cups here. Maybe they're wanting to come back to you. They're certainly checking you out. But there is some anxiety here with the Eight of Swords here. So somebody is worried and stressed. I feel like your person is a little bit worried and stressed. They're feeling a little bit trapped. So maybe with the Freedom card, maybe they're, if you are if some of you are in an established relationship, this person is feeling a little bit trapped or a little bit hemmed in some way. Maybe it's that. Maybe they want to go off and have their freedom, particularly in travel or something like that. And they're feeling that you're not going to be very open to that with the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is somebody who can be quite, as well as having to protect her heart, because of that, she can be quite sort of harsh in some ways, or very honest, very truthful, but she's very, very, very direct. So it might be that if this is an established situation, somebody, possibly your person, wants a bit more freedom in some way. Or if this is a situation where you are not as an established couple, I think you're two very different people, and this person is gathering information on you. They want to find out about you, but it's they want to kind of have a new beginning with you, a new cycle with you, but it's a little bit stressful for them. There's a bit of stress involved here. But anyway, let's have a look here and see what's going on. So what is pile number two's person feeling right now? Oh, so we've got Ten of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Okay, what else? What is pile number two's person feeling right now? What's pile number two's person feeling right now? Okay, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the King of Pentacles, and underneath we have the Empress. There are lots of people in this reading, so it makes me feel like there are a lot of characters maybe involved in this relationship. There might also be This might also be in a situation whereby you are with somebody and it's a little bit of a three-way thing that's come along here, because we've got the Ten of Swords, which is, you know, somebody feeling like a situation has come to a close, has come to an end. So maybe your person, you know, you're in separation from your person and there's this kind of like, you know, this sort of feeling that things have come to an end. It may be that there is somebody else here, because underneath the King of Cups here we have the Queen of Cups. So maybe if this is a three-way situation, you know, you are that third person, or you are the person in the relationship with this, you know, with your person. But it feels to me like there's a three-way situation here in some way with the Queen of Cups. They are in, you know, with the Hanged Man, it just feels like they're in separation from you. There's a lot of assessing, re-evaluating, and I do think it has something maybe to do with, you know, this person wanting freedom either from the situation or from the situation they're in to move towards you, or they're wanting freedom to move towards another situation. That is what I'm kind of honestly feeling really here, that they're in this kind of period of weighing things up, and there seems to be like, you know, some different choices here. They're feeling like there's some different choices here for them, because we've got the Queen of Cups, we've got the Queen of Swords. And underneath the Queen of Swords is this re-evaluating, reassessing the situation. So maybe they're rethinking that whole situation with the Queen of Swords. And then underneath this, where they're worried and stressed, we have the King of Pentacles. So it makes me feel that the worry and the stress could be around commitment. So there could be in this situation could be that, you know, you're in a situation with this person and there's some issues that have come up around commitment, because actually they don't, you know, they want their freedom, and it's a struggle for them to be committed, because the overall energy is the Empress. Well, the Empress is very much about being creative. It's about you know, having abundance, having enjoyment, feeling, you know, comfortable in your own skin. So maybe, you know, and it goes very much with the King of Cups card, really. So maybe this person is feeling that, you know, they are wanting, or, you know, they are different to you. There's differences in the connection, and they are wanting. I just feel like with them, they want more freedom. And, you know, this whole idea of commitment or settling down or being with somebody long term is causing them stress and strain. And again, with the Empress card, it just makes me feel that there might have been in this situation another person or a third person, where this person is kind of wanting, you know, wanting that movement towards something else, or they're wanting that freedom to go towards something else, so to complete one cycle and to begin another cycle, because that's why we have the World card. That is kind of where they're at, and where you are within that, whether you are the person that they are wanting to move towards or the person that they are wanting to kind of move away from. That's kind of what I'm feeling here at the moment, that they, whatever it is for them, commitment in the situation, I feel, is a little bit of a struggle for them. They are much, they feel to me like quite a free, or what they would term as quite a free soul here. But they are still in this process maybe of gathering information, assessing, reviewing, checking, you know, they're separated from you, certainly checking you out, or checking, you know, checking things out, really, because that's what the Page of Swords is. But I feel like they're sort of at the moment kind of reviewing and assessing, and I think for them it is this kind of choice, and it's something about being free, having adventures. For them, this is they're the way they're thinking it, being creative, doing you know, sort of following their heart, doing what they want. That's the kind of overall feeling, and it's got something to do with, you know, bringing a cycle, an old cycle, to an end and bringing a new cycle into being. And maybe it's something about this person where they're with somebody else, and they want to be in a situation with you, but there just seems to be like a lot of people involved in this. So maybe in this situation there's a lot of, you know, people involved, and there are certain consequences to that, or a lot of people seem to be kind of like involved in the situation or interfering in the situation. Just for some of you, there might be a bit of a maternal influence as well. Somebody that might mean something to someone, some sort of maternal influence that's kind of impacting on the situation. But anyway, let's see what messages they have. What does pile number 2's person? What are the messages for pile number 2? What messages does pile number 2's person have for pile number 2? Reconciliation. Oh, someone from your past is returning to your life. So maybe this is something where someone that you were with went off with somebody else, or because there's a lot of people here, and it just feels like, there's something where somebody went off. Maybe they went off and they did something, or they, was contemplating a relationship with somebody else, or they went off and they wanted their freedom. And they wanted to go off and do something else, but now they want to come back, and that might be why we have the Empress card as the overall energy, that they want to build something up again, they want to create something new with you again. But I do feel that there is, just if that is the case, that I would say that there's a little bit of a warning here with this. If you're looking for it to be a stable, solid, secure relationship, that might be something that's a little bit challenging to this person. That's kind of what I would say with that. But anyway, what else do they want to say? So what else does pile number 2's person want to say to pile number 2? Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So maybe, and that might be why we have the Freedom card here, somebody's trying, with the Queen of Swords here, somebody's trying to move the situation along too quickly, and that might be why we have the Turtle card. That things need to be at a slower pace. They need to be at a pace which is, which allows it to just kind of naturally unfold, and that might be why we have this anxiety here. So maybe somebody in the situation is wanting to move things along too fast, wanting commitment to, wanting things to be committed to quickly, wanting there to be, wanting to sort of, in a way, I want to say, this is how I'm sort of channeling what this person is feeling. They feel like their wings are being clipped. So it's something like that. They feel like they're having their wings clipped, and it's too quick for them. They want to move things at a pace which is slower, something like that. And that might be, for some of you, what's going on here. Or maybe they want to move too quickly. Maybe there is this kind of idea of reconciliation with you, and they want to move too quickly. They want to control it. They want to bring it into being quickly, but you're wanting, you're wanting things to be a bit slower. Or maybe it's just been, you're being asked to just, let things go at its own pace, because this card says the energy is gaining momentum, and that would suggest it's kind of gradually gaining momentum. We don't have to rush it or push it, and that would definitely go with the Turtle card here. But anyway, let's see, what else have we got here? There's one more message from pile number 2's person to pile number 2 about their current feelings. Let's see, what does this say? Oh, I know I messed up everything. So maybe this is a situation where, for a lot of you, this is actually a relationship that has come apart. They messed it up, they did something wrong, and it would go with the reconciliation card. Maybe it involved a third party, them going off and doing something and creating a lot of hurt and stress. And now it feels like a sort of a dead-end situation. They're having time to rethink, reassess, reevaluate, and they know that they messed things up, and they would like to try and come back. But there's still something, I think, in this part around this person needing, I think, freedom, finding commitment tricky. They might have a heart connection to you. There might be a very strong link between you in a heart way. But I just feel, with the Queen of Swords here, with the King of Pentacles underneath the Eight of Swords, there's something around you, if this person is wanting to come back to you, around you being aware that for them commitment is still a bit of a challenge for them. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. If you have liked it, then please do hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you can be alerted to when I do my next reading. Just in terms of astrological signs as well, we've got quite a lot of, I mean, obviously King of Cups could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Swords could be, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We've also got here, have we got anything else? We've also got with the Ten of Swords, that's the Gemini. We've also got with the Eight of Swords, that's also Gemini. What else have we got here? Anything else? King of Pentacles could be all of the earth signs, which is Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. But there you go. Hopefully some of those energies might mean something to you. But otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, welcome back to your reading. So you chose to bring you into reading the back card and also rose quartz crystal. So little pink rose quartz crystals. I'm just going to put that. Actually, I'm just going to put that there. Okay, so this is our reading on, what are their current feelings. Now the back card is a card really about rebirth. It's about, death, rebirth, ending of a chapter, closing things down. Don't linger in the past. It's also about seeing in the dark in some way. I mean, bats always, for some reason, remind me, well, obviously, remind me of vampires in some way, and obviously vampires are night, are obviously make-believe, creatures, but bats, sort of vampires kind of, I've just got this feeling of like energy being taken or somehow in this situation. Maybe some of you are feeling that you don't have a lot of energy. This kind of situation is not giving you a lot of energy, or it seems to have, sort of sucked the energy out of you, or there's something like that maybe going on. For some of you, that's I don't know why that's thrown itself out of my hands there, but there's maybe something like that going on for some of you. So maybe this current situation with this person, or maybe they're feeling that somehow this is taking a lot of energy from them. They're feeling a bit drained in some way. And maybe they're feeling like there's a need for change and transformation in some way, but maybe you're feeling that. There was quite a lot of change and transformation in pile number 1, so you might want to check that out. But anyway, what are their current feelings? So let's have one of these cards for us. So please, can you tell me what is pile number 3's person's current feelings for pile number 3 right now? So this one. So this is, you're very close to achieving your goal, which is the gibbous moon, which kind of means something is just about to happen. So it feels like they're feeling that something is just about to happen. So whatever it is that they're wanting, it feels like something is about to happen. The gibbous moon is the moon that's just before the full moon here. So maybe it's like a new chapter, a rebirth, something changing, something transforming, or something needs to sort of happen. Like it's almost like you're on the verge, or the feeling like they're on the verge of something happening in some way. Anyway, let's do this one. So please, can we have, what is pile number 3's person feeling? Pile number 3. What is pile number 3's person's current feeling for pile number 3? Taking risks. Ooh. And also the bat comes out at night as well. So maybe there's something about in this situation with the taking risks, something just about to happen for some of you, whereby this is a situation that is hidden in some way, or that's can't be revealed, and it would be a risk. It's about taking a risk in some way, and it feels as well with this card that it could be quite a spiritual connection, because this is an eagle flying up high right at the top of this cliff, where flying high eagles you know, in some cultures are sort of seen to be close to the gods in some way, because they, you know, they fly so high, you know, and they kind of reach the heights of where the gods are, where the gods rest. So maybe there's some sort of spiritual connection in this, spiritual connection, or they're feeling like there's some kind of spiritual connection, but maybe some kind of hidden connection for some of you, or something that can't be revealed. Now this seems to want to come out as well. Now, leadership. Now leadership came out in pile number 1 again, so it just seems to me like there might be something that you want to, maybe some of you want to listen to pile number 1. That might have some messages for you again, because leadership is about sort of wishing. This is the North Star, you know, this polar bear is following the North Star. You know, kind of, it gives me the idea of wishing on a star in some way. So maybe there's some something about taking risks, wishing on a star. Maybe this is a wish fulfillment in some ways for this person. You know, they're very close. So maybe it's, for some of you, it's you know, something that is hidden, something hasn't yet come into being. So maybe it's a crush situation, or maybe it's a situation where, you know, you have to hide your feelings in some way. That might not be for everyone, but it might be for some of you, and that this person feels that it's a risk that they're willing to take, or that they're close to maybe achieving whatever it is they want to achieve with you. But anyway, let's start off and see, what is pile number 3? Oh, what is pile number 3? Now they came out straight away. What is pile number 3's person's current feelings? What is pile number 3's person's current feelings? What is pile number 3's person's current feelings right now? Now I've got 2 that have come out there, so let's take those. I wasn't planning on 2, but I've got 2. Okay, so for some of you, this might be a relationship that's in a work situation, because we've got the 8 of Pentacles here. It could also be for some of you that you are in a situation with this person, but for some reason someone's not appreciating the situation, because we've got the 4 of Cups here. So someone isn't appreciating this situation. Someone can't see this situation. That could be you, it could be them. They can't see the potential. There's some sort of blockages for them in the situation. There could be, for some of you, with the 3 of Cups here, this could be a bit of a 3-way situation here. Just for some of you, not for everybody, that's going on here with the 3 of Cups. They're certainly feeling with the Star, again with the Star here, that maybe they have a lot of hope for this situation. So whatever they're thinking about, their feelings are, there's a lot of hope, there's a lot of healing maybe that needs to come into this situation, with the Star card here. So maybe something's happened, or somebody's not appreciated something, and there needs to be some healing in this situation. Also the Queen of Cups, it makes me feel like there are deep feelings in this situation with the Queen of Cups here. So this person does have deep feelings, but it might be that they don't necessarily show you that with the 4 of Cups here, or that they can't show you that with the 8 of Cups if it's kind of like a work situation. But because we have the 3 of Cups and the Star on either side of it, I think overall they do, you know, there is also, even though sometimes they might not show their appreciation, I feel that there is a lot of happiness and contentment. They feel very happy in your company. They feel very, you know, they feel like you are somebody that they admire, respect, and that somehow you do give them a lot of healing in some way. But yeah, there is something, there's a little bit of stuckness here for them. Maybe they're feeling that you don't appreciate them, or you're feeling that they don't appreciate you in some way. But there is definitely feelings of, you know, with the Star here and with the 3 of Cups here, there are definitely feelings, and also the Queen of Cups, definitely deep feelings here. I think there are definitely deep feelings here. But there's something about taking this risk, and also, you know, I feel like for some of you, you know, there might be that this relationship hasn't properly you know, it isn't properly established, that they need to take a leap of faith in some way, because it says here you're very close to achieving your goal, that there's hope around the situation, but they haven't quite mustered up the, you know, the courage to come forward in some way. Leadership with the work card might suggest that this is, like I say, a work situation. Maybe it's your manager, your boss, or something like some kind of crush situation here. In terms of astrological signs, with the Queen of Cups, well, that could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We've also got the Three of Cups, and that could mean Cancer again. Eight of Pentacles, that can mean Virgo energy. Four of Cups, that again could be Cancer. So those are some of the astrological signs that I'm seeing here that might have something to you. So so it just feels like it feels like to me like somebody's on the verge of doing something. They're on the verge of doing something. Maybe they're feeling that you wouldn't necessarily appreciate them coming forward in some way. Maybe there's something like that going on. But it feels to me like it could be a crush situation here. But anyway, let's have a look and see. So what is pile number 3's person currently feeling right now? What is pile number 3's person currently feeling right now? The Chariot. Okay. What is pile number 3's person currently feeling right now? 7 of Wands. What is pile number 3's person currently feeling right now? 8 of Wands. Okay. What is pile number 3's person currently feeling right now? Okay. King of Swords. You can see that there, King of Swords. What is pile number 3's person currently feeling right now? And the 9 of Wands. Okay, now what is at the bottom of the deck here? The Devil card. Okay. So it feels to me, with the Devil card here, is that you might be a little bit of a temptation for this person. There may even be a little bit of an addictive element to how they feel about you. My sense is that, there's definitely, you know, I feel like they want to, I feel like when we've got this achieving your goal, taking risks, I feel like with the Chariot card, they definitely want, and the 8 of Wands, these are cards of speed. So I feel like they really want to come towards you. There's also a lot of passion, because you've got a lot of wands in this. So it feels like to me there's a lot of passion, a lot of excitement, that you might be a bit of a risk for them in some way. And they definitely want to come towards you. They feel like they really want to move quickly towards you. But in between it, we have this 7 of Wands, which is somebody who's a little bit challenged in some way. I mean, in this one, she looks actually very relaxed. So it's like a challenge that can be easily overcome. That's what the 7 of Wands is, really. So you are on, you know, it is a little bit of a challenge. So there might, if it's a work situation, because it's coming directly under the 8 of Pentacles, which is generally a work card. So if this is a work crush for some of you, or a workplace crush in some way, and it feels like it's a little bit of a challenge to be out in the open with that, I don't think it's a challenge that they can't overcome and they're not willing to overcome. But for some reason, we have this 4 of Cups where somebody's not appreciating or not being able to see, or has kind of, you know, like blocked it. We also have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is somebody who, again, emotionally is a little bit closed off, a little bit distant. So I think in this situation, this person, again, it goes to the back card, that there's something about this situation where they can't be open. It's not that they don't feel it, but they can't be open with how they're feeling, because it would be a risk. So it has to remain hidden. That's what I'm feeling here. They're feeling like it has to remain hidden in some way. This under the star and the hope, we have the 9 of Wands here again. So it's somebody, again, feeling challenged, feeling a little bit defensive, but still having this kind of hope. So maybe for some of you, you know, you are a little bit of a temptation for this person. They feel like there's a lot of desire and a lot of attraction for you. Maybe if it's a three-way situation, you know, they're in an established situation, they're in an established relationship, and they can't show their feelings, or they can't express their feelings openly, which is why we have this Four of Cups and this King of Swords, and that why you would be a little bit of a temptation for them in some way. But it also might mean that, you know, I mean, with the Devil energy here, that does talk about addictive energy. It talks about limiting beliefs. It talks about holding yourself back. It talks about, you know, wanting immediate gratification. So there might be, because there's a lot of passion in these cards, so there might be something about this situation which might bring immediate gratification to this person, or might make them sort of really crave you and want you. That's kind of what I feel here with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of craving and wanting and desiring of you, but also a lot of self-control. But at the moment, their kind of passion for you, their sort of need for that kind of gratification is kind of the overall energy, really. So all I'm saying here is that this person definitely does find you very attractive. They definitely, you know, they definitely want to come towards you. I think they're certainly contemplating taking that risk or moving towards that. It is a challenge. It is a challenge because it might be that it's in an environment where it wouldn't be something that could happen, or there's other people involved in this situation, which means they have to control their feelings and also just sort of defend. You know, there's a little bit of a defensive energy here, but I think deep down in their heart they would love to come towards you, but they certainly see you as a little bit of a temptation here. But anyway, let's see, what messages do we have from pile number three's person to pile number three. Pile number three's person to pile number three. Chemistry. Yeah, so there's a strong magnetic attraction here that makes me feel, again, like what I was saying, it might be a bit of a crush situation, or a situation where there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of physical and sexual attraction. And that might be why that we have a Devil here, because that might be a little bit of advice to you, pile number three, in the sense that this person is not. I've not got a huge amount of cups here, other than the Queen of Cups, and that might be how they see you, which is a very caring, soft, nurturing, loving person. That might be you, whereas their energy is more around sort of attraction, physical attraction, temptation, immediate gratification, and chemistry. So that might just be something for you to be aware of in this situation. Is there any other messages for part number three? Person to part number three. What does this say? Oh, new love. A new person has stirred romantic feelings. So yeah, it feels like, it does feel like this particular pile might be more of a new love situation, a crush situation, something that hasn't quite got off the ground here. Because of circumstances, maybe it can't get off the ground. But anyway, let's see. Right, what is pile number three's person's current feelings? What is pile number three's person's current feelings? It's time, it says here, it's time for me to heal now. So that might mean something to some of you. It's time for me to heal now. So maybe there has been this passionate, risky situation, something like that's gone on. And maybe that is something with the Nine of Wands here, with the King of Swords, with the Four of Cups, that, you know, is in separation, but you're still very much a temptation for them, maybe. Let's have a look. What else have we got here? What other messages is there from pile number three to their person? Finding out the truth crushed me. Now, again, this came out in pile number one. So you might, again, that's another reference for pile number one. You might want to take a look at pile number one. So maybe something's happened here. Maybe it's you. Maybe, you know, you are needing to heal. Something happened. Some truth came out, if it was a three-way situation. And, you know, you are needing to heal in some way. But this situation is still very much a tempting situation, still very much pulling you in. It's a risky situation in some way. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do hit the subscribe button. It will make a massive difference if everyone who saw this reading and liked it hit the subscribe button. That would make a huge difference. It would mean that I'll be able to do more readings like this one. But other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.